Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's live stream. We're not getting too crazy tonight, but we are going to talk about, and this is for the replay crew paying attention at home when you replay this, we're going to talk about what your 5 favorite figures are in your collection, and maybe even get into a little bit of why they're your favorites in your collection. So that's it. This is an easy one tonight as far as figuring out what's going on, what the topic is, all that good stuff. This is something that I wanted to do a couple weeks ago, and I just didn't do it. It was something got in the way and made it so things just weren't happening. It was sadness. It was terrible. There were tears. But now things are all together, good to go. I figured it out, and yeah, this was something that I actually had to come up with my own list, and it sucked. I have my collection whittled down pretty well to just stuff that I like, but yeah, that's why it sucked. Anyway, LBZ, yo, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Now, who else we got here as far as I want to talk figures, because like I said, I came up with my own list. It was a pain, but I figured it out. And let's see. And I don't know. I'm getting bugged on my phone. It's no good. The live stream, ladies and gentlemen, this is always on YouTube. Anyway, I want to talk. I'm just going to start with my 5. And so you guys know, well, I'm going to start with one of the 5, and then we'll get going on the discussion. So you guys know, this could change at any second. And the stuff that I've got together, it's there's no particular order. Clearly, I'm having trouble gathering my thoughts. The first figure that I'm going to show off here is the MAFEX Catwoman. She is, let's see, okay, sorry guys. She is probably, for my money, the very best Catwoman that's ever been made. Now, I say that not having the amazing Yamaguchi Catwoman, who also looks awesome, but if you want a great combination of form and function when you're talking the Hush style Catwoman, I think it doesn't get much better than this. There's a lot you can do with this figure. Her suit is kind of shiny. It's got sort of that latex look, and so that adds to it a bit. Kind of hard to see it. You get it a little bit there. But yeah, it just adds to the overall look of Catwoman. So this one definitely makes my top 5. Whenever I'm talking about the female figures that MAFEX releases, she's always numero uno. So now, how we doing in the chat? What we got going on here? Harry, what's going on, sir? Thank you for stopping by. I'm being all cheesy again. All right, so guys, ladies, gentlemen, who's got what when it comes to your top 5 figures in your collection? Are you trying to come up with them now? Did I possibly put up the thumbnail way too early? I wanted to give people time to think about this before we got on stream. Although maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have been, you're on the spot. 5 figures that you really dig. Go. And maybe it just would have worked better. I don't know. So if you're on here and you're trying to figure it out, let me know what you got. LBZ, let's see. I do have the amazing Yamaguchi Catwoman. Awesome, LBZ. What do you think of her? Because she looks great. And I do, like I said, and I've said it in a zillion of these things by now, amazing Yamaguchi is one of those lines I've got to start to play with a little bit. I feel like it would be a line that I'd really dig. The only problem is, if I ended up with those, as I've said in the past as well, I'd need to also get a lot more anime style figures together so that I could have background characters for the comic characters that I'm getting via amazing Yamaguchi or possibly anime figures if I decide to go too nuts with things like My Hero Academia and whatever else they've got coming. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, she does look good. Now, let's see. I'll grab another one here in my top 5. Right now, MAFEX Catwoman is in there. And like I said, there's no particular order. And I should clarify something else too. The MAFEX Hush Batman is untouchable. He started me down this whole MAFEX road. So I'm not going to include him. It was one of those rules that I had where I was like, okay, I can't include my MAFEX Blue Hush Batman. Then I realized, well, the Black Hush Batman is just the same figure, so I can't really include him. And then there's the Nightfall Batman that I feel is too new. Sorry, the Night Crusader Batman that I feel is too new to include in this list. Plus, the one figure that if the place were burning down, I would grab, and that's the MP1 Convoy that you guys never see here because I never show off my MP1 Convoy. So those are basically untouchable. I'm not counting those in the top 5 just for those reasons. Now, another one that I've got in my top 5, and most of these is because they're the best versions ever, is this Magneto. And spoiler alert, I looked at all my stuff. I love all my stuff, but MAFEX, I've said it a zillion times, if I could only collect one line, it would be MAFEX. And that's basically the entire list, or that is the entire list, guys. This Magneto is absolutely glorious. Look at that 90s cut going on. I mean, they went totally Jim Lee on this bad boy. The colors are phenomenal. The shine, you can kind of see with the light, you can kind of see the shine on that cape. That's just too sweet. But yeah, this Magneto is about as good as it gets as far as the Magnetos I've seen. I really like, and I didn't grab the extra parts for these guys, but I really like the mask they've got, like the helmet over like the black face looking deal with the white eyes peering through, because that's how Jim Lee would draw him when he'd be like coming down here. Everything was all dark and mysterious under the helmet. Yet the helmet was always full color. It was very strange, but I really like that attention to detail that MAFEX threw in there. So far for my top 5, we've got Catwoman from MAFEX, the Hush line, and we've got Magneto, also from MAFEX. Harry MAFEX Dark Knight Returns Original Batman, Mezco Holiday Gomez, MAFEX Brown Suit Wolverine, Mezco Doc Nocturnal, MAFEX Black Suit Batman. Which Black Suit Batman? Are you talking the Hush Batman? Because I'm not sure. And I do, man, I want to go back, and this is insane, obviously, but I want to go back and totally load up on everything MAFEX has ever done, which again, totally insane for sure. But I also want to build like the biggest MAFEX page on the internet. So I kind of need that kind of stuff in order to do so. It'll take a bit to be able to swing it, but I think that would be a blast to put something like that together. That'd just be so much fun, but it'll take a while. But yeah, man. So the Dark Knight Returns, because normally the reason I brought that up, I don't usually go outside of the main continuity for DC or Marvel, whatever the main continuity is in DC anymore. They just kind of keep rebooting. But I still would get that Dark Knight Returns Batman because I think that thing is glorious. And the Holiday Gomez, I need a Gomez. MAFEX Brown Suit Wolverine, he's pretty rad. He might make my list. No spoilers or anything. Doc Nock, he's pretty cool too. So yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I say here is when it comes to figure photography, I tend to gravitate towards MAFEX, but I would not fault anybody for saying Mezco is their favorite line when it comes to photography, just because of all the stuff that they come with. Let's see. LBZ so far. Then to MAFEX Stealth Cat. Ooh, he does look good. Let's see, tied with the MAFEX Winter Soldier. Oh, really? Amazing Yamaguchi, Agent Venom. He looks good. Max Factory, Figma, Guyver 1 Ultimate. That's the one that is teal, right? I'm trying to remember. I think that Guyver is teal, but I might be wrong. We'll see. Well, I'm sure you'll let me know. Let's see. 5 SHF Obi-Wan Darth Vader. See, I might need to get that because he's basically the New Hope Vader, isn't he? Except he's got the cloth goods skirt, which makes it so Vader can kind of move, although I'm not sure how much Vader really moves. Anyway, I'm getting off track. But yes, that stealth suit cap looks great. All kinds of figures look good. Harry, bonus. MAFEX Dark Knight Returns Superman. Yep. You had me at MAFEX, but that Dark Knight Returns Superman looks great. I've seen him a few times. Yes, Hush. Awesome. The black suit, Hush. Thank you, Harry. Yeah, he's the guy. He was one of the, like, I did for tonight's Toypixx video, I did a shot with the black suit Hush Batman versus the Joker. That was fun. Those two are a great throwdown. See, there's others, but those come to mind, plus some SHF Common Riders I got recently. What is it? People have been, I think you posted about a Valorad or something. Let me know what's up with that, because I keep seeing, so D Amazing will do videos, and he's so stoked about Common Rider that it's almost infectious, and I don't have any of those either, and I'm not sure I want to get into the lore because I'm sick like that, and I'll start buying stuff. Sport James 23, thanks for stopping by, man. MAFEX Hush Superman, nice. MAFEX Hush Batman, black and blue version, nice. MAFEX Magneto comic, and the MAFEX Iron Man. Sport James, you are, yeah. The fact that you just threw down all those MAFEXs, this makes me so happy. Let's see, the Superman is awesome. I love both those Batmans. The Magneto I just showed, I'm pretty stoked with him. And Iron Man, I don't think he gets as much love as he should because the way they did his shoulders, like the way that they almost pop out, they make it so he can do the whole like two-hand thing like that. Ooh, look, hands. But yeah, I mean, they did something, they really thought about it, and they knew that these would be hindrances. So what are we going to do? And they engineered around the problem. And I think he's a great figure. He didn't make my top 5, but that's more because I'm not an Iron Man guy like I am the rest of these, except for Catwoman, who's just ridiculously good. Yeah, the teal one. Okay, LBC. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's what I was thinking. Okay. So let's see. Slight break in the action. What do we have? We've talked about Catwoman. We've talked about Magneto. Why don't we? And this one, this is going to be one that people are going to say, no way. No way. But I do loves me the MAFEX Hush Joker. And the reason is he is just absolutely insane. Like, he just looks nuts. He looks like how the Joker should look. And I know not everybody's into the Jim Lee look as far as the Joker's concerned, but man, this thing, he's awesome. And he's so spindly. Like, when you get to posing him, you can just do ridiculous things with the Joker, which makes sense because he's the Joker. So yeah, not the most popular choice, I don't think, for most people, but for me, yeah, I think this Joker is just absolutely incredible. Now, one thing I don't like is that he didn't come with a gun, but I ended up outfitting him with a Mezco Tommy gun, so I'm okay with it. But I also understand that that's more about WB than it is MAFEX. So yeah, man, I really dig this figure. And his suit, you notice, isn't really crazy shiny. It's a pretty dull material, which is perfect for the Joker. And again, look at that face. That guy is nuts. That's just that is the Joker to a T. And right now he's fairly cheap. So if you get on Amazon, I think Amazon has them for like $70 right now. So if you don't have them and you dig him, go get him on Amazon. He's one of my favorites. But like I said, I know he's not for everybody. Always got to throw a dark horse candidate in there, right? Like Flaming Carrot. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think to ask that about that, Sport James. I didn't even think to say, is that the comic iron? Oh wait, it is the comic. Okay, cool. See, Wreck Ship, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping in. Shipwreck, duh. Then Chuckles, Copperhead, Major Blood, and Range Viper. Woo. See, they all look good. I had Major Blood. Major Blood was awesome. That head sculpt was sweet. And then I've never had Copperhead, Range Viper, or Shipwreck. But you guys know the deal there. That's just because they didn't come with extra hands. But at the same time, I know that the classified team pretty much is knocking everything out of the park that they work on. So I can't even sit here and be like, I didn't get them because those figures suck. I just didn't get them because they don't have the extra hands. But Chuckles is one of my absolute favorite classified figures. I love the look of the beat up face. That just cracks me up because he's just grinning. He's like, yeah, you guys kicked my butt. Now what? But yeah, I love that Chuckles. I think he is ridiculously cool. Great list, man. I appreciate you showing it. Lucas James, hey there, pal. What's for dinner? Let's see. Tonight, what did I have? I had chicken with some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, and I had some fries with ketchup. And currently, I'm enjoying water as I wash all that down. How about you? And more importantly, what are your top 5 favorite figures in your collection? All right, as we're sitting here with a little more, I don't know, man. Here we go. He's shown up on the lists. MAFEX Superman. This is the 4th one I'm showing. MAFEX Hush Superman, I'm sorry. The best straight up comic book Superman, I think, that's out there. Now, the one thing I wish they do, but before I even go into that, we all know that MAFEX sticks very closely to the storyline they're working on. So Superman was not happy in Hush, obviously. But the one thing I hope they're able to do at some point is give us a Superman that looks a little happier than this one. This one just looks straight up miserable. But the detail on him, the S going on the cape, which seems to get missed a lot more than it probably should. This guy is ridiculously good. And the colors, you're not seeing it very well on, well, yeah, you might be. It might just be my monitor that kind of stinks. But the blue isn't, at least as far as what my monitor is showing me, it's not this crazy bright medium blue. It's more, it's not toned down, but it is a lighter blue. It's a less saturated blue, maybe is the way to say it. But yeah, this is like when I got Batman, I had literally gone years without having a Batman in my collection. And I was so excited about that thing that Hush immediately became my favorite line. And I knew I had to get Superman because I didn't have a Superman in my collection for the longest time either. So this guy is awesome. Again, though, the Amazing Hamaguchi Supermans that I've seen, the main one I think is new. Is he New 52 or Rebirth? I think he's Rebirth. I think he looks great. Lucas, I'm having chicken with caramelized carrots. Ooh, that sounds fancy but tasty. I need carrots. Great. Now I'm going to go to the store and buy carrots. Thanks a lot. Making a top 5 is not easy. I know, man. I know. I had to sit back today. I had kind of put it off because I didn't want to do it. But finally today, I just go, okay, all right, let's figure this out. Let's do this. And still, I mean, tomorrow I might decide, you know what? That's not right. That's not what I want to do. That's not the right lineup for me. Mezco Punisher, Mezco Nosferatu. That Nosferatu looks cool. And every time Mezco does a Punisher, it looks so good, especially considering we're probably not going to get a Punisher with the classic skull anytime soon. So, yeah, I think those are great calls. All right. And now, with one more break in the action, here's the last one in my 5. And again, the MAFEX stuff gets picked because it kind of tends to be the ultimate version of all the good stuff, of all these characters. And man, I love this Wolverine. And I will say, I want the Tiger Stripe for sure. I got to get a hold of that thing. But my Wolverine, my favorite costume is the brown suit. And last night, I was on eBay looking up painted heads and all that stuff for MAFEX Wolverines. Oddly enough, there aren't too many painted heads. Everybody just casts them and whatever and expects us to paint them, which is fine. I mean, it takes a lot of time to do that, so I'm not upset about it. I just rather buy a painted one because I also don't think I'm very good at it, simply because I haven't done it before. So to spend like 35, 40 bucks and then try and apply paint and blow it, that's sadness to me. But yes, this is the ultimate Wolverine as far as I'm concerned. He could maybe use 1 or 2 more pairs of hands when it comes to being a MAFEX release, but this is it. This is it. I absolutely adore this figure. And again, like I said, I didn't do this in order at all, but Wolverine has been one of my favorite characters for forever. Superman's been one of my favorite characters for forever. So those two ended up just towards the end because character selection, I suppose, because of character bias, perhaps. But yes, the old Knucklehead, he's good stuff. This is the one I saw a meme of the brown suit Wolverine holding his claws up to the Hugh Jackman Wolverine when he's wearing the white wife beater. I'm sure there's a more PC word I could have used there. I don't know it. But where he's wearing that, and this one looks like he's the real deal, and the other looks like an actor and looks a little scared. I kind of want to get the Marvel Legends one with that shirt on, just so I can recreate that meme. And I don't have many Marvel Legends. It would just entertain me. So yes, that's the old Knucklehead. That's the top 5. And there were several others that I was looking at, like a sentimental favorite as I'm looking to my left here, because I've got a bunch of the turtles on the desk, would definitely be Kirby. There's a Stan Lee Marvel Legends that's kind of a sentimental favorite because it's Stan Lee. Then there's a Zog. There's Space Usagi, which somehow I dig Space Usagi. There's the Last Ronin Raphael, which feels more like an action figure than anything else I've ever handled that NECA's put out. So there's just a lot of great figures. We are spoiled for choice. WWE Elite Vader, the most recent one. I'm going to say customs count. So a custom WWE Elite Finn Balor / Prince Devitt painted up like Venom. I don't know my wrestling. See, Finn Balor, huh? And Prince Devitt. So is it? I got nothing, Harry. I was trying to figure something out, but let's see. Sorry, Lucas. My bad. Harry just posted. Good Lord, man. I'm good with customs counting. I just don't know my WWEs. The MAFEX Tiger Stripe would be higher up with better claws. I did see that somebody out there, was it you, Harry? I think it was you that sent me the thing with the other claws, like the the painted up to look like the tiger stripe Wolverine. And I came across those while I was looking for that Wolverine head last night and thought, I will one day have that tiger stripe Wolverine. I should probably pick up these claws. Didn't do it. Didn't do it. Still trying to decide on my next figure purchase, just for, because things that it's got to be a combination of what I really want and what works good for the channel. So I was trying to come up with what that could be. And since I don't have a tiger stripe Wolverine, getting those claws right now would be bad. Yes. All right, cool. I thought it was. But yeah, because I don't have that, I could spend the 35 plus shipping on those claws, or I could look at Amazon and see things like Mega Man for, I think when I looked, he was 18 or 19 bucks. I don't know. I have to figure out the next figure I want that's going to work with all this stuff. Spaded one, crikey. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. It's been a bit. So what do you got? What are your top 5 favorite action figures in your collection? Just bought MAFEX Joker. Totally blaming you, Dave. You can't blame me. You can't. That's just, all right. You can totally blame me. But I mean, right now, if you went to, like, he is a good deal if you're kind of on the fence. Like right now, getting him for 70 bucks, that's not so bad. I mean, considering he's a MAFEX figure. But yeah, I really like him. I know that he's not everybody's cup of tea just because, like I said earlier, they don't like Jim Lee's look for him. But man, he's so pretty. Look at that pudding. Oh, let's cover my face with the Joker. That'll work. Yeah. Whoop, he's off camera now. There we go. Now he's stabbing. One day I'll learn how this whole camera thing works. Trying to look around, see what kind of other craziness I can get into trouble with. I've got my Nightfall to my left. I've got the blue Hush to my left. The black Hush is on my drawing table, which is where I film all my videos. Because, like I said earlier, he was on today's video, and I just didn't quite clean up. Just before the live stream, like I got done eating about 5 minutes before the live stream, and then had to rush over, hop on, do all those things. It happens. But food needed to be eaten because it's tasty. So, all right, we got all kinds of people in here chatting figures, chatting the good stuff, chatting top 5s. What else do we have going on this fine evening? Has anything been announced recently that people are really excited about? Because I'll be honest, the last couple of days, I've kind of been off social media. Yesterday, I just took a break. Like I'm going, okay, I got to breathe. I got to try and take a day to just settle down. And then today I was right back at it, but I needed that. I got to tell you, I woke up, it's like, oh, I'm still tired. I probably need to not record anything today. So yesterday, I think I did a short where I showed what was on my desk, which were basically the 3 MAFEX Batmans and the Turtles that I have. And the Turtles are on the desk mostly because I don't want to put a bunch of painted figures in drawers. That's bad juju. That's not going to work well. Paint's going to chip. People are going to cry. There's going to be sadness. And by people crying, I mean me. I mean, I'm going to cry. It's nobody wants that. Nobody wants that to happen. So let's see here. Oh, great. Googly moogly. All right. Spaded one. My interests are cheap. Right now, I'm digging the classified 60th anniversary infantry, Jada Toys Dalcine movie Raff with coat, the NECA movie Foot Soldiers, and NECA Elkhorn. Ooh, I haven't seen Elkhorn in person. I haven't seen Dalcine in person either. Let's see. Did I see? I'm not sure. I think 3 of those I haven't seen yet. Like I haven't seen the infantry figure. I haven't seen the, let's see, what's the other one? The infantry one's the one in kind of the camo. The like the seal one. I haven't seen that one either. I haven't seen Dalsim, and I need to see Dalsim. He looks like one of those figures that he comes with a lot for the price. So I definitely want to check him out. He's like, we've talked quite a bit lately about the Valaverse Series 5 for Action Force, and Sidewinder just comes with tons of stuff, and he's the same price as everybody else. So always dig that. I'm not so into the movie stuff, but I gotta say, NECA kills it with all that stuff. And like I said, man, Elkhorn, ooh, the whole D&D line, I think, looks really good. And Elkhorn, speaking of Dalsim, coming with a bunch of stuff and still costing the same, Elkhorn comes with all kinds of things and still costs pretty much the same. He's awesome. Let's see. Wreck Ship, I did not. And you know why? I knew it was there. But I'm still kicking myself for not ordering it simply because I didn't have the Hiss tank in hand. I've said it a zillion times that I had the Hiss tank in hand, then I totally would have ordered that Dragonfly. Like had I had that in hand before that ended, yeah, because the Hiss tank is so good. But yes, that's why I basically didn't watch the video because I'm still bummed that I didn't order it. But I don't mind talking about it. What did you think? I mean, I saw a screen grab of it and it looks incredible. But was there anything really cool about it that surprised you? Spaded one. Elkhorn, wild, crazy accessories. Dalsim is the best $25 you can spend. And the infantry is insane with all the extra stuff. Just needs hands. That's where I'm at. Like, even though I'm the hands guy that just, I won't buy stuff without extra hands, unless we're talking like $6 or $7 Playmates Turtles that I ended up picking up. But I think that those things are still a crazy value just because of everything you get. I would have gone a little more crazy. Well, I would have gone crazy anyway had they come with hands, but just the fact that they come with so much stuff is awesome. And they look good. Like I said, I haven't seen them in person, but I've seen that stuff. They look like great figures. So it's a good one. It's a good one to grab onto, I believe. Oh. All right. So what do we have now? Elkhorn, Dragonfly, we've talked about some. We've gotten everybody's tops. Okay, so we've gotten the top fives. What are some other contenders for you guys? Because that would be kind of interesting to hear as well, is who all just missed making your top five. I'll tell you right now, there's so many that I could have put here, and it's irritating that I didn't. Because now I'm going, well, was this one the right call? Was that one? Wreck Ship. 1, excited to see close to final product on the Dragonfly and the figures. 2, bummed that it looks like it's going to be delayed a bit into the fall. The Hiss was delayed a bit too, wasn't it? I'm trying to remember. I think it was. And I do need to get a hold of, I would love to pick up the Dragonfly. The Hiss right now is selling for about 150. No, what did I figure? I think around $115 to $200 more than it originally came out for, which, considering what HasLabs tend to shoot up for or on in price, I think that's not bad. If you still want a Hiss, probably now is when you should go for it. But the Dragonfly, I'm hoping enough people ordered that so that later on down the road, I can look at that and say, only $350 or $400? Yes, please. Let's go for that. But in the meantime, I might need to find Glenda, which I'm kind of excited about because when people were talking about the Dragonfly, she was the one figure that people were kind of like, yeah, I don't really need this because people just didn't know who she was. Me, on the other hand, extra hands. And I think the Scarlet figure is fantastic. So I definitely need a Glenda. Hello there, my friend Dave. How are you? Hiram. Hello, sir. I am good. How about you? Also, I did see that you sent me an Instagram message, so I will get back to you. Don't worry. But yes, life is kosher. There's a whole lot of craziness going on, but it's good craziness, so I'm good with it. How about you guys? You guys having a blast down there in Mexico? Please, guys, like this video. Hiram, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yes, like this video. I'm terrible about asking for that kind of stuff. Spaded one. Just outside my, let's see, 5 Jada Toys M Bison, Strong Heart, Soto Shredder. So Secret of the Used Shredder and the recent Pizza Club Toon Bros. Really? That's awesome. Which one? So, okay. Strong Heart is the NECA guy that I keep seeing from D&D, and I think he looks crazy good. Now, the Pizza Club guys, I just saw, like I've seen Toypixx's review for all 4 of them. Which one's your favorite? Like for me, if I were into the Toon stuff, I would have to get those 4, obviously. But I think my favorite one's Mikey, and that's not just because Mikey's my favorite turtle. He just looks like the most fun to me. But who knows? But yes, those look really awesome. M Bison I need, obviously. Let's see. Shredder, not so much, only because again, I don't really do the movie stuff, but I know he looks good. I mean, that's the one thing about NECA. Nothing they do looks bad. Like it all looks like it's going to look great under your lights and in front of your lenses. It all looks so good. So I can't even sit here and be like, nah. They're all the same sculpt, so it's interchangeable, but Donnie comes with a new, larger spinning bow staff accessory and a monkey. That's right. I forgot that it was Donnie that came with a monkey. And you're absolutely right. It is hard to argue with a monkey. The bow staff's pretty cool, too. Yeah, maybe Donnie takes it. Now, you guys you're watching this as I'm being totally quiet, as I'm trying to come up with, man, okay, trying to remember back. Raph had the pizza on his head, the pizza dough. The Leo, I probably wouldn't get the Leo just because of the red eyes, so then I'd have to go back and get a 4-pack. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, you might have something there with Donnie. KJ Smith, what's up, man? Bison and Dulcim are in stock on Palmart store. Ooh, sweet. Appreciate the heads up. Dulcim might be the fun. I mean, Bison looks good too, but Dulcim is the one I'm looking at going, oh, he comes with so much stuff. KJ, what do you have as far as your top 5 favorite action figures in your collection? My 5 figures: Wolverine Tiger Stripe from Mezco, Marvel Legends Black Widow. I do have her. She's pretty rad. General Kenobi Black Series. General's the one. No, wait. General Kenobi is Revenge of the Sith, right? Or is he the one that has like all the Clone Wars armor? Marvel Legends Angel, G.I. Joe Classified Storm Shadow. Which Storm Shadow here? Those are the big questions. Those are the important ones that we need answered. Is he the retro? Is he the regular release? Is he the exclusive? I think the one was an Amazon exclusive, right? The Ninja Force version. KJ, I actually don't know. That's a tough one. It is. And that's one of my concerns. I put up on the live stream, like I posted about it early enough today where I thought, I wonder if everybody's even going to see that. Are people really going to get into it and try and come up with this? But yeah, if you come up with something or you just have a few that are on the top of your head, fire them off. it was for me. I looked through a lot today. It all came up MAFEX, but there's a lot that, I mean, tomorrow it could change. That's the nature of this whole collecting thing. And I love my Jada figures. You know who almost made it just because was Chester Cheetah. Chester Cheetah is somehow just this ridiculous action figure that is perfect. And something that needs to happen from that Chester Cheetah is Jada getting the Warner Brothers license to do Looney Tunes. That I would go insane for. But who knows who else would? Maybe there's a reason that's not a line that's out there right now. Storm Shadow, let's see, the one that comes with a bow, 2 blades, and is all white. Got it. It came in the same wave with Spirit. Okay. Got it, Hiram. Yeah, that one's a good one. I had him for a while. He was sweet. Him, I talked about this before, but way back when, you'd have in the old Westerns, you'd have the bad guys would wear the black hat and the good guys would wear the white hat. So even then, when Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow came out, somehow I already knew, ooh, that's cool that the good guy's wearing black and the bad guy's wearing white. But yeah, I love the idea of black versus white versus black, all that stuff when you're talking clothings, just because visually it's so cool. Like when you take a shot of those two going at it, you maybe almost want a gray background, like a speckly gray background or something, just so it's not so it doesn't blend in with the others so much. But yeah, now I'm just babbling. I'm waxing photogenic, perhaps is what we could say. You know what I've also discovered as I'm doing this, I put up a video at 6:30, and once I got online to do the live stream, it doesn't look like anybody's watching the video. It's very strange. It's almost like, okay, the live stream's happening, so now we can't let anybody look at your other stuff. Or maybe it's just the way it looks right now, and when I get back on after this, it'll be like, oh, hey, guess what? We're letting everybody watch your video again. Or maybe they let everybody watch the video anyway. Who knows? Live. Okay. So, okay, the dragonfly showed up. What else? Hang on. I know what I'm going to do. Because this oftentimes helps me out. I'm going to log into the Toypixx Twitter page. And we are simply going to head, well, we might look a little bit just through the feed. Hopefully nobody shared anything that shouldn't be seen. Because sadly enough, I did have to unfollow the one person that we kept coming across stuff. I didn't want to because he actually posted a lot of really cool stuff, but then that stuff too, I'm going, I don't really need that in my feed when I'm trying to do live streams. And by that, I mean ladies that were in Playboy. All right. Oh, D Amazing did a Bo-Katan review. I just saw this on LBZ. Hang on. I'll be sure to share this real quick with you guys. Share the screen, Dave. Here we go. LBZ posted these saying, I can't just pick 5. So we've got the MAFEX Winter Soldier versus the MAFEX Stealth Suit Cap, it looks like. Oh, the amazing Yamaguchi Catwoman. All right. There's your Agent Venom. Ooh, I don't know that one. Let's see here. Nope, that's what I posted. That's not cool. Yeah, that's pretty rad. Let's see if he... Oh, there's more. There's more. Oh, the Obi-Wan Vader. There it is. The Guyver. Kamen Rider. More. Ooh, is that the Valorad or whatever? I think I've seen that shot that you put up, LBZ. And that's what happens when I hit notifications. Yeah, here we go. D Amazing posted a review of Bo-Katan from MAFEX. Man, I gotta say, I'm all for The Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2, all four of those characters. And this is technically a season 2 Bo Katan. So she might be something I end up picking up. Oh, and look at this, gang. All right, McFarlane Toys DC Direct Batman, the animated series Batmobile, will be part of tomorrow's Target Summer Geek Out at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys have been getting this McFarlane stuff, as far as kind of, he's sort of been reissuing or re-releasing in different colors some of the old Batman the Animated Series DC Direct stuff, and everything I've heard about this Batmobile is how amazing it is. So if you're in the market for that thing, and I would be, honestly, I do want, somehow I want a big area that I can just put a bunch of Batman's Batmobiles in and just use my Mafex Batmans with them. But it's cool to have a bunch of different Batmobiles, I think. Yeah, that's Valorad or Valvarad. Okay, got it. Thanks, LBZ. I thought several people had been talking about that one. But yeah, I have the Mafex Bo-Katan too. She's dope. Yeah, she's sweet. Just looks good. But yeah, if anybody's after the old DC Direct stuff, the reissues, that's something to definitely be at Target's website for tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, guys, what's everybody think of the Acolyte? I had a great day yesterday and then ruined it by watching episode 3. Not that I'm giving away what I think of the Acolyte. I love it when Jay Hernandez posts stuff. All right. I just keep getting distracted. Let's see if I can find something that's newish. What is this? Let's see, we were due for another Hasbro in stock dump. Okay, I think that was let's see, Daredevil. What's this? Is this Alex Ross? I mean, not that I want to downplay Alex Ross's art. All right, there was this. I think this is a Lego Bumblebee, right? Oh, that's sweet. All right. Stop, Dave. Stop getting distracted. Robo posted his thing about the Black Series, about these guys. And I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised by how much range there was in the elbows on Kiadi Mundi and on Padme Amidala. But I wasn't pleasantly surprised about the Droideka. Robo did say at the end of the review that it looks pretty plasticky compared to the rest of them. That was a concern I had. Because I like a lot of the Black Series droids. It's just sometimes the finishes aren't right. Oh my goodness. Not seeing a whole lot of crazy new here. Ooh. People are like, how are you going to see anything new? You keep flying. Hey, I can glance, baby. Ah. Oh, yeah. Did we see this? Taylor Swift will not appear in Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm okay with it, but it would have been kind of a fun nod to see her as Dazzler. Sir Dork is killing it. He posts some really cool stuff. Oh, yeah. The Super 7. Is anybody into the Thundercats line from Super 7? I mean, I'm not, but I'm always curious. Acolyte is thumbs down. Yeah, that was me, man. The Acolyte has committed the most unforgivable sin. Forget anything it's done when it comes to George Lucas's Star Wars or his vision of it and all that stuff. Forget all that. That stuff we can debate whether or not it was a good ad, whether it was a bad ad, whether it absolutely annihilated canon, all that. What The Acolyte has done for me, or to me, I suppose, is the first two episodes, I was so bored, I was checking my phone. And I have to say, even the sequel trilogy, which I really don't like, I wasn't checking my phone. It was more, I'm hate watching this. The Acolyte is so boring that I was checking my phone. And then the third episode, when they started chanting, I actually shut it off. I went back to it later because I thought, okay, I'm sick. I have to see this through to the end. But it's only because I'm sick, because it bored me to tears every episode. And that, to me, is the most unforgivable sin of what The Acolyte is doing right now, is it is just so boring beyond what other Disney Plus shows are. And a lot of Disney Plus shows are boring, but this takes boring to a whole new level. Jericho Savage, Acolyte equals Toypixx. I couldn't agree more. Jericho, what are your top 5 favorite figures in your collection? See, I don't have any interest in the Acolyte, so probably not watching it. Plus, apparently, they're supposedly changing the terms dark side and light side due to the isms. No. Well, I got to a point where yesterday I was thinking about this because of how bad the Acolyte was, where I'm like, okay, I've still got the original trilogy. And as far as Disney stuff, Rogue One's good. The first couple seasons of Mandalorian are good. Andor, I will say that even though I didn't like Andor, it wasn't because it wasn't a great show. I mean, I can look at it and objectively say it was phenomenal TV for sure. My only problem is I usually like my stuff to be a little lighter, a little more lighthearted. And every week it was just so depressing. So that was my problem with it. It wasn't that it was bad. It was just, oh man, this is so hard to watch. So hopefully for me anyway, season 2 is a little on the lighter side. But yeah, anyway, sorry, to get back to what I was saying, I'm like, okay, I have the original trilogy, I have Rogue One, I have the first 2 seasons of Mando, and I have Andor. And all I really need are figures from the original trilogy and Mando, and maybe some Ahsoka. I know a lot of people didn't like Ahsoka, but I understand it's the way Filoni tells stories. However, in live action, he's got to adapt. The pace has to move a lot faster in season 2, if there even is a season 2. So yeah, that's what the Acolyte did to me. I sat back and I'm kind of like, well, Wars for me has kind of run its course, and at least I know what the good stuff is. I hope I'm wrong. I do, because I still like the animated stuff. But yeah, it needs to stop being all acolyte-y. The writing alone is just edgy middle schooler at best. Man, yeah. The writing's bad. The acting isn't great. I will say, I think the lead actress does a decent job. And I think the lead Jedi, I think he does a really good job as well. Everybody else, like, let's see, Trinity, obviously, she has a past. She can do other things after this. Daphne Keene, I've enjoyed her and stuff. She can do other things after this. But everyone else who's involved in that show at all, whether it's behind the camera or in front of it, should never be allowed to touch another anything Star Wars for as long as they live. I don't have strong opinions, though, just so everybody's aware. They probably shouldn't even be in Hollywood. Not strong opinions, I'm sorry. Hush Batman and Gambit. Jericho, it was hard for me to not put Gambit on the list for myself. He's so good. Like, that comic Gambit is, whenever somebody announces they're going to do a 1/12 scale Gambit, I just sit back and I think, why? Like, okay, if you're going to do one based solely on the animated series, okay, cool. or solely on any kind of live action stuff, okay, cool. But a comic book Gambit, why? The best one ever has been done. So yeah, he's a great figure. And obviously I loves me my Hush Batmans. Andor was a well-written show. It was a very well-written show. Like I say, objectively, I know it was a really good show. It's just my own personal tastes. It was hard for me to watch because it was just so depressing all the way through. But yes, I can acknowledge that it was a great show. See, I like Clone Wars, Ahsoka, and Rosario Dawson. Not her fault. Her own show kind of blows, except for that one part with Anakin. You are absolutely right. And I will say that, yeah, all the animated stuff, again, I think is really good. That's why I like Ahsoka so much, is because of how her character was built up in the animated stuff. I still think some of the best Star Wars is episodes 9 through 12 of season 7 of the Clone Wars. Like, you put those together and you've got just an incredible movie where it takes place right around the same time, pretty much at the same time. You get all kinds of nods as to the timeline watching as Revenge of the Sith. And man, that is good storytelling there. Yeah, just makes me happy. I think that's good stuff. But yeah, here's the homework, guys. The stuff you need to do. Even if you're not into the Acolyte, and I don't know anybody that actually would say they're into the Acolyte, at least in my circle. I have a friend who likes pretty much everything Star Wars, and he's had a couple complaints, but he's still on board with the Acolyte. And I'll talk to him and just be like, dude, how? He's the only one. But even he isn't fully on board. He's starting to see the writing on the wall a little bit with it. But here's the homework. Even if you're not interested in it at all, and you shouldn't be, you are well within your right to not be interested in that show. Watch it out of morbid curiosity, because here's what it's given me as far as vibes. It's giving me train wreck vibes. And every episode's only half an hour. So you can do that and you're okay. Maybe. I mean, depending on if you have that half an hour. But yeah, it's a disaster. It's a total train wreck. And that's one of the reasons I can't look away. I'm hoping that after this, the only Star Wars stuff that I watch will be Ahsoka season 2, Andor season 2, and then anything else that has Favreau attached to it or Filoni in an animated context. Other than that, I'm not sure I'll be able to, but we'll see. But yes, your homework is watch Acolyte. And I mean, watch Acolyte with shots if you have to, but watch Acolyte just for the train wreck factor. On a side note, rip to Benny Potter, aka Comic Storian, the community. Holy crap, really? I didn't know that. Oh man, I used to watch Comic Storian quite a bit. In fact, I only haven't been for the last few months, only because of how busy I've been. Oh, that's horrible. Well, thanks for letting us know, Jericho. Oh man. Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. All right. See, June 8th. Wow. I was wondering about that today, not him specifically, but when people like on social media and on YouTube, for instance, and all those spots, when somebody dies, like, what happens to the account? Does it just, I mean, I assume it just sits there. I've got two people I can think of on my account right now that have passed away. And it's really hard for me to decide to get rid of it, to like unfriend them. But it's weird because it comes along at a time when like the anniversary of them dying shows up, and suddenly they just start really appearing in your timeline for all the people sitting there saying, oh man, this person, rest in peace, all that. And it's weird. It's kind of creepy to me. But yeah, I do wonder, that's from the perspective of somebody who's still alive. What happens to the pages? Mr. Matson, also clobbering time. What? Ah, it is clobbering time. So sad. Man, that news stung. Benny was incredible. Comic Storian was awesome, man. His wife will keep the channel alive in his honor. All right. All right. I mean, yeah, he was huge. Like, you almost have to keep something like that going. Mm. All right. Well, let's head here. Let's see. What is this? Our first look at the Legacy United Leader Netflix Soundwave reissue. Let's see. It features the proper shade of gold around the cassette door, and finally a G1 buzzsaw along with rumble and ravage. Well, that's kind of cool. Oh, who's not with this? The reason the average 80s kid will live to be 100, Flintstones vitamins. Oh, I don't think we haven't talked much Ghostbusters. I'm not a big Ghostbusters guy. I mean, I love the movies, but as far as the figures, I don't really do much of it. Is anybody into these? I love this. This is almost more fun than going through Big Bad Toy Store and trying to find stuff. It's like, okay, let's see if anything crazy's been announced recently. What's this? Oh, those are the Super 7 things again. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. Maybe if I'm going to miss a couple days, the last couple days are the days that I should have done it. Yay me. Well, all right, folks. I think I'm going to call it this fine evening. I think we got it. So, thanks for sharing your top 5, and as always, thanks for stopping by. It was a good time. I love these chats. They make me happy. So, until next time, have fun and happy snapping. I'm going to hit end stream and see if I can, let's see.